The house had gone quiet in a way that didn't feel natural, like silence forced into every corner. It pressed against the walls, settled into the furniture, lingered in the spaces where laughter used to live. I sat at the edge of the bed, staring at the imprint she had left behind. It was still there, faint but undeniable, like the room itself refused to accept she was gone. Emily had always been warmth. Even on her worst days, she carried a softness that made everything around her feel lighter. Now the air felt colder, heavier, as if the world had quietly shifted out of place. People told me grief came in waves. They were wrong. It didn't feel like waves. It felt like drowning. The funeral passed in a blur of black clothes and whispered condolences. Faces I barely recognized leaned in, speaking gently, telling me she was in a better place. I nodded because it was easier than answering. Easier than admitting I didn't care about a better place. I wanted her here in our kitchen, humming while she burned toast and laughed about it. When everyone left, the silence returned, louder than before. I stopped answering calls, stopped opening curtains. Days blended together until time felt meaningless. I slept in fragments, waking up reaching for her, only to remember. That moment, the split second between sleep and reality, was always the worst. It was the closest I came to having her back, and the sharpest reminder that I never would. Her mother, Carol, called every day. At first I ignored her. I didn't have the strength to carry someone else's grief along with my own. But she didn't stop. Her calls came at the same time each evening. Steady, patient, as if she believed one day I would pick up. After a week I did. "Hello?" My voice sounded foreign, like it belonged to someone else. There was a pause, then her breath, shaky but controlled. "I was beginning to think you'd forgotten how to use your phone." I almost smiled, almost. "I'm sorry," I said. "No," she replied softly. "Don't apologize for surviving." The words caught me off guard. I didn't respond. "I was thinking," she continued, "maybe you could come by tomorrow, just for dinner." I hesitated, glancing around the empty house. "I don't think I'm ready." There was a quiet on the other end, not uncomfortable, just understanding. "That's all right," she said. "Then I'll come to you." Before I could argue, she added gently, "You shouldn't be alone right now." "I'm fine," I said quickly. "You're not," she replied, not unkindly. "And neither am I." That silenced me. She arrived the next evening with a small bag of groceries and the same calm presence she'd always carried. She moved through the kitchen like she belonged there, like she had every right to fill the silence with the sound of chopping vegetables and simmering pots. I watched from the doorway, arms crossed. "You don't have to do this." "I know," she said, not looking up. "I want to." We ate at the table Emily and I had picked out together. The chairs creaked softly under our weight. For a while, neither of us spoke. "She used to sit there," I said suddenly, pointing to the chair across from me. Carol nodded. "I know. She'd kick my foot under the table when I checked my phone too much." A small smile touched Carol's lips. "She told me that." I swallowed hard, the memory tightening my chest. I keep expecting her to walk in, like this is all some kind of mistake. Carol reached across the table, her hand hovering for a moment before resting gently over mine. Her touch was warm, steady. "I do too," she admitted. That surprised me. I had been so wrapped in my own grief that I hadn't allowed myself to see hers. The woman sitting across from me had lost a daughter. The weight of that realization settled heavily. After dinner, she didn't leave. "I should go," she said, though she made no move toward the door. "You can stay," I heard myself say. She looked at me carefully, as if measuring something unspoken. "Are you sure?" I nodded. Hours passed quietly. We sat in the living room, the television on but ignored. At some point, the lights dimmed and the world outside softened into night. I don't remember what we were talking about when it happened. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was everything. But suddenly the room felt too heavy, too full of everything I had been holding back. "I can't do this," I said, my voice breaking. "I can't keep waking up without her. I can't keep pretending this is something I'll get through." Carol turned toward me, her eyes filled with something deeper than sympathy. "Then don't pretend," she said quietly. The words hit something raw inside me. "What am I supposed to do?" I asked, my voice rising. "Tell me how to live like this." She didn't answer right away. Instead, she reached for my hand again, holding it firmly this time. "Stay with me tonight," she said. I looked at her, confused. "What?" "Stay with me," she repeated. "Not in this house." Not in the past. Stay here. In this moment, with someone who understands. Her grip tightened slightly, grounding me. I lost her too, she whispered. But we're still here. And as long as we are, we don't have to carry this alone. Something inside me cracked open. Not all at once, not completely, but enough for the air to reach places that had been suffocating. For the first time since Emily died, I cried without trying to stop. The kind of crying that leaves you exhausted, emptied out, stripped of everything you thought you could hold together. Carol didn't speak. She just stayed, her hand wrapped around mine, steady as an anchor. That night I didn't feel okay. I didn't feel healed or whole or anything close to it. But I didn't feel alone. And for the first time, that was enough.